The poster with the enormous face gazed from the wall. It was one of those pictures which are so contrived that the eyes follow you about when you move. "Big Brother is watching you," the caption beneath it ran.
Welcome to the EPOCH update. In this installment, one thing I wanted to mention off the bat is you are probably better off subscribing to my backup channel at this point, because I can post videos that are longer than 15 minutes. So every now and then I've been posting one video on this channel when I post a long one on that channel. And so I have to give you a short version at the end of which I say, here the rest of it is my other channel. And I know that can be annoying, so you might want to just subscribe to the other channel. I'll put a link in the info section. So to review what I've posted this week, one is a continuing series called Abortion's Arguments. And I deal with exactly that. The many, many, many arguments that are made in order to support abortion. And this week I'm dealing with the issue of ensoulment. And that is the issue of when the soul actually enters the body. So, because some people have actually comforted themselves by claiming that if they have the baby murdered before the soul entered the body, then it's just a bioorganism, a clump of cells, a conceptus, a byproduct of copulation. I mean, you name it. They like to dehumanize the baby with various terms. And so that's the issue this week, is the argument over when the soul enters the body, and you'll get my take, which you might find interesting. Then I'm continuing, almost actually very close to the end of my series on Aleister Crowley's Scarlet Harem, which deals with the many, many women with whom he was involved, whom he used as sex partners in ritual sex magic, only some of which were actually considered to be scarlet women that were sort of a cut above, I suppose, the just regular sex magic channelers or mediums or whatever you may want to call them. And I'm going to put a link in the info section also about William Ramsay, because he's done much research on Aleister Crowley, and in fact he is working on a book about how incredibly influential he is in our culture even to this day, mostly among celebrities and musicians. And he's already written a book about Crowley. So the new one will just be more about his influence rather than the person, since he's covered his biography previously. Then I'm gonna, then I posted one about assumptions about eye evolution, because I read a very interesting peer-reviewed journal paper about the evolution of the eye. And it contains weasel words, as the term has been become sort of a meme. Weasel words, where if you are careful about reading these peer-reviewed science papers and you try to separate the pure guesswork from the science, the philosophy from the science, the guess and assumptions from the science, the Darwinian storytelling and the science, well, you get a whole different picture than what the paper is supposed to be proving. So this one is literally saturated with assumptions. And that's not just me reading between the lines. That is the paper saying that repeatedly. So check it out. And the other one is a continuing series about the Qur'an and the Bible. And in this case, we will provide much evidence that the Qur'an, again and again and again, confirms and affirms that the Bible is accurate. that it affirms its reliability. Even though Muslims today will tell you otherwise, the Qur'an and therefore Muhammad and therefore Allah affirm that it's accurate. Just as a heads up, I think that when I'm done with a couple of these series, so that'll be in about a week or two, one of the things I'm going to do is start a new series, which is a response to some of the work of Michael Heiser, the well-known scholar of ancient languages, as he discusses issues pertaining to cherubim and seraphim mostly. And then I'm going to be doing a series that I actually read. I read it into a microphone, so I'll be posting it in the form of a video talk. A reply to an atheist who wrote to me, informing me he had dedicated a podcast to, thrashing me. And so I gave a very, very detailed reply to every single thing he said. So that's coming up in written form and video form. So be on the lookout.